Montana's Legend of the Limping Moose. High at the St. John River in the Tobique region, there once lived a young Indian. The young man was called Limping Moose because he was born with a crooked leg. He was very sad, never would be a great hunter or warrior. All he could ever do was help the old women and old men work in the fields. Late one fall, a terrible forest fire swept through the area, driving the animals far away and burning the crops in the field. As winter came on, food was very scarce. Children cried from hunger, but try as they might, the hunters could find no food. Limping Moose watched the hunters return empty-handed day after day. He was miserable, for he could not help the hunters, and yet he was another mouth to feed. The warrior said, "Sorry guys, couldn't find anything." There was only one thing to do. One stormy winter day, when the snow lay heavy on the ground, Limping Moose slipped from camp. He pushed his way deep into the woods, carrying his hunting spear, until he could go no further. Exhausted, he fell into a snowbank, useless to his people, unable to go on. Limping Moose felt no further purpose in living, and he waited for death. In the bitter cold, Limping Moose lay on the snow for a long time. Then he seemed to hear a faint voice calling from far away. He tried to raise himself, but the effort was too much, and he fell back into the snow. The voice, much narrower, called again. He heard it plainly, calling, "Retelling, Moose." He opened his eyes to find standing before him a giant man. "Who are you?" Limping Moose asked feebly. "I am your friend," the stranger replied. "Now you can stand." Limping Moose got to his feet. Strangely, he felt strong, no longer tired, and when he looked down, he saw, for the first time in his life, his crooked leg was straight. "What is this?" he thought. "This man is a magician," and he was afraid. The stranger saw the doubt on Limping Moose's face. "You must have faith if you will be well," he said sternly. He struggled to his feet and made his way to the camp. From a high hill he saw the smoke and could smell the meat cooking in the pots, for a herd of deer had stumbled in the camp during the storm. Limping Moose gazed on the scene with joy, and then began to run faster and faster. His leg was sound again, and as he ran he cried, "Here comes Running Moose!" The end.